Keep your eyes peeled for a potential beta in the coming months, which means, well, it's coming. All right, so they're working on it. They heard us. It's coming. Here's every change coming to the Rapsodo MLM2PRO in 2026, allegedly. If you're considering purchasing one of these Rapsodo MLM2PROs at the end of this year, you definitely want to watch this video because there are some big changes coming, some that already happened that I want to touch on, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek into the Rapsodo community and how Rapsodo actually makes their changes based on what we as the consumer want to see. It's pretty cool. First things first, if you're waiting till Black Friday to purchase one of these units, I definitely would not do that. If it's a gift, it's for yourself, you're definitely going to want to get that now, and especially before November, because the lifetime membership, which currently costs $500, $499, is going up to $599 or $600, and that's going to give you access to all the simulation features, all the spin data. You will not get spin metrics if you don't purchase the lifetime membership, and so really without it, well, it's not necessarily a paperweight, but it loses some of the really, really important features, and there's better units out there if you don't want to get that lifetime membership. Now, I can answer just about any question about this unit, being that I've had it for almost 2 years now, other budget units in this category. So if you have questions about the MLM2PRO, drop some comments down below, but hopefully I'm going to give you some really good info here. We'll even take a look at the Rapsodo app here in just a minute. So if you are looking for those Black Friday deals, even if there are any, which historically there really aren't, you're still going to end up paying more for that lifetime membership. You have to get one, register your account before November 4th. Otherwise, that's going to go up by $100. So keep that in mind. And number two, talking about buying one of these units, if you are looking for a deal, Play Better, who I'm an affiliate for, is actually running a special right now. I don't know how long it's going for, but with a purchase of the Rapsodo MLM2PRO, they're giving 12 free Pro V1 RPT balls. The RPT balls are the special pattern balls which help you get accurate spin, which is what's going to get you really close to those TrackMan numbers. At $700, this unit is, I call it the mini TrackMan. It is very, very close to the numbers. It's pretty incredible. And if you order through Play Better, right now their Black Friday deal is 12 free RPT balls. Even better, use my discount code and link in the description if you want to, one, support the channel, but two, get the lowest price possible on that. So definitely do not wait until November. If you're looking for an MLM2PRO, right now might be the time. Play Better's got a fantastic customer support, 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not happy with it, at least you got to try it out. Now, if you're still on the edge about the Rapsodo MLM2PRO, there's a couple things I do want to show you. This is the Rapsodo app, and it is awesome. Now, they are releasing a closest to the pin, as well as a target randomizer in the target range, and one of the things I really enjoy about Rapsodo is they are always listening to the community, always making changes. It seems like every couple months, at most, they're coming out with a beta test, coming out with an update with new features. This target range is new within the last year. Closest to the pin is going to be another brand new feature. We had an update to the graphics within the last year, and I can only suspect that more are coming, but even more is coming, and we'll get to that in just a minute. On Facebook, something really cool happened today. So by far best feature, and what separates this from other units that are even more expensive than it, are the practice mode. Practice mode on a phone, you're going to get 3 metrics that come up as soon as you hit the shot. It's going to show you those metrics, but what's really cool about it is you get access to those shot cameras or impact cameras. So after you hit the ball, automatically you can have your impact come up so you can see where you're making impact with the ball. This is really good if you're working on something, and if you really want to improve your golf game, this unit is going to allow you to do that, whereas other ones, they'll show you the data points, but you know, the way that this is laid out, it really is made for game improvement. Go back and see your shot, go back and see your impact replays, and then when you're done with a session, you can come in here and take a look at all your past sessions. This stores up to 10,000 shots in the Rapsodo cloud, the R cloud. You can get more advanced features if you use the desktop, but at my fingertips right here, I can review all these sessions. I can come in and look at this session where I hit a bunch of drivers. If you hold down on it, you can see all of those metrics, including the new club data. We've got club path and angle of attack. They are not working on club face, which was something that was talked about today, but we've got all of these metrics right here, and what's even more important is that I can see and save all of these swings. So I can download these shots. I can take a look at my impact, and these swings are from months ago. I'm not even playing golf right now. The absolute best feature, why this is so much better than so many other ones out there. So obviously we have simulation, we have different driving ranges, but that practice mode, so powerful. But okay, here is what happened today. This is what I wanted to share. It might show you some sneak peeks into what's coming to Rapsodo in the future, but today the head of product development did an Ask Me Anything, a Q&A basically on Facebook. Love this community, and I highly recommend you getting into this Facebook community, and I'll link it in the description if you're interested in this unit so you can see what people are talking about. Because while there are negatives in there, there are also a lot of positives about this unit. So many people rave about it. So don't believe what you see on, I don't know, Reddit or other communities who say, you know, I moved from the Rapsodo because it sucked, because honestly, it doesn't work for everyone. It's a budget unit. If you have a poor internet connection, an old device, or full-on memory, you might have an issue with the Rapsodo MLM2PRO. But, you know, if you don't have those issues, internet, if you don't have an old iPad, you got something newer, this is the iPhone 16, it's fantastic. It's so good. Okay, so this is what happened today. So we've got this Q&A. One of the things that I've been asking for, and this was my #1 recommendation when I met with Rapsodo at the beginning of this year, was a PC software. Now, don't get me wrong, this is, you know, the Rapsodo MLM, the mobile launch monitor, but obviously mobile apps don't always perform fantastically. You know, and I want my phone to be in my possession and not in use when I'm playing. So I don't always play full 18 holes on here just because of that reason. But if it had a PC app that I could connect to, I definitely would use it even more, because it is such a good unit, like I said, with those cameras. And if I could connect this to my PC and cast it straight to my projector, it would be even better. So someone asked, will there be a PC app? And Rapsodo's response was, keep your eyes peeled for a potential beta in the coming months, which means, well, it's coming. All right, so they're working on it. They heard us, it's coming. When we were playing the course, the unit freezes in the middle of the game. Can you explain why? I have Wi-Fi speeds of 100 megabytes per second at any given time. Rapsodo says this could be due to storage on your tablet/phone, and then they give you their support so they can help you out. To me, they're very responsive. They listen to people, so I think that's really important. And like I said, there are reasons for this, and I can always help you troubleshoot, because I've tested out there's different Wi-Fi connection types, and I've tested them all out, and I've come up with my solutions and reasonings as to why certain issues happen for some people, and they are avoidable, okay? So don't let the connection issues scare you, because it's really not that bad. Most of it's user error. So then we've got, any plans to include club face data? We are not currently working on this, as we have other exciting things we are planning. Okay, so other things, who knows? When does closest to the pin drop? So this is currently in beta, the closest to the pin. I did test it out earlier this month, and pretty awesome feature. Typically it takes Rapsodo 3 to 4 weeks to release an update after they're in beta testing. So look out for that pretty soon. But obviously they did address that most people are looking for a PC app. Is there an MLM3 in the works? Some people are worried about an MLM2PRO coming out because they don't want the MLM2PRO to become obsolete. I'm not worried about it, because this unit is specific for certain use cases, okay? They still have the original MLM, and they're still selling it, and people are still buying it. That is a completely different unit compared to what this does. So even if they came out with an overhead unit, this would still be relevant. This is still competitive, even with all the new launch monitors that pop up on the market. The Square, it's not really a direct competitor, because this is a completely different unit. This is radar based. They can support left and right-handed golfers. It's portable. It's got those game improvement features. They're not even in the same category. So don't let people scare you out of this unit because of units like the Square. Is projector alignment coming? Check this out. Yes, we are working on offset alignment. So if you, and most of us, have budget setups that don't allow us to hit right into the middle of the screen, if you're hitting offset, I hit from the right side of my screen typically, because I'm a right-handed golfer, and so I don't hit directly in the middle, which kind of screws up my alignment a little bit. I set my unit up so that it's parallel to my hitting mat, so I know what straight is. But when I run my projector, sometimes it messes with me seeing the ball start off way to the left, because I'm offset from the center of the screen. GS Pro has this feature which allows us to hit from offset but still see the ball fly from our impact spot. The Rapsodo app doesn't currently have that, and a lot of other apps like the Square app, they don't have that. Rapsodo is actually working on that. They said it's planned for early 2026. So just another it's a major improvement that Rapsodo is coming up with. Could there eventually be an option to add family profiles under the same subscription? Tim, really good question here. Because right now it only supports one user, so it's tracking all your clubs under one user, giving you all your averages for one person, not multiple people. So keep that in mind, but Rapsodo says they are definitely looking to support that in 2026. And they do betas before every single update to let the community test those updates, and they won't release it until it's perfect, and I really appreciate that. And when they do release updates, there's typically almost no issues. Actually, what was just addressed was not only the added closest to the pin and the randomizer, but they fixed the tree physics. Because in the past, when you hit a tree, the ball would just fall straight down like it hit a block wall. But now you can actually hit through trees and like it should be. And so just another improvement they're making. So 3 more questions here, a couple of which we've already seen. The ability to adjust ground condition firmness to better mimic real life conditions. That's really important to me because in other softwares like GS Pro, we can set fairway firmness to have it be soft or firm. There's like 4 different firmnesses, I think maybe 5. And so if you want more rollout, you can get that. If you want it to be softer because you're playing a course right by the ocean that's super soft or just rain that day, you can do that. You can make the greens soft and you can make the fairways hard in GS Pro. You can't do that in the Rapsodo course. There are no options for that. But I do believe that that's something that they're actually looking into. They said we're always looking into ways to make it more realistic and provide personalization options. So I do believe that that's coming. We've had some questions about a monthly membership option. I don't think a monthly is important. I think rather than a subscription base, just buy the lifetime. This unit's essentially unlocked forever. When you sell it, it's going to be worth more. And if you buy it before the price goes up to $600 for the lifetime membership, you've already gotten yourself a deal. Is there any update on including club data with the GS Pro integration? I love my unit and would love to get all of my data across all the apps I use. They've already stated this before. They are not going to be adding club data when using GS Pro because the club data comes in after the ball calculation. And so it would screw up the way the data was sent to GS Pro, another third-party software. So no third-party softwares should be getting club data. So keep that in mind. You will only see that in the Rapsodo app. This person's asking for a chipping green area so we can practice chipping, different flags, under 50 yards. They said, great suggestion. We'll take this into consideration. I love that they're hearing every single person out. If you have something you want to add, or a concern, really I couldn't think of any because I went through this list and I loved all of these ideas, but you can go in here and you can offer a suggestion. This is open to anyone and they will at least hear you out. Plans to enhance R speed, which is the speed training function that they have. For example, the ability to log different training club weights, analytics to track speed gains over time, structured protocols or guided sessions. I would love that last one. Tell you which different exercises you should be doing because there's so many different speed training exercises out there. I do my own, but I would love if it would guide me through a session. Great suggestion. This person was upset that their question wasn't answered. They did get to it eventually. When are we getting scramble mode? It would be great to play with all my friends at home doing a scramble. I can't share the exact dates, but keep your eyes peeled for a beta. So yet another thing that they're potentially working on. These are not confirmed, but come on, guys. They definitely allude to a lot of updates. They do this all the time. Is there any way to compete against other Rapsodo users in real time? Great suggestion. We'd love to support this in the future. So they're not saying no. And in my experience, anytime they haven't said no, they've pretty much tried to actually make it possible. Is there any possibility that in the future you start releasing courses with graphics that are on par with GS Pro courses? Anything is possible in 2026. That tells me we're going to see even more graphics improvements. This person wants to see some more data when we do closest to the pin. It's still in beta testing right now, so there will definitely be some improvements. Can you get the app to work fully in landscape mode? See, this is kind of annoying because if you set your phone up on a tripod, when you're navigating the menu, it's like this, right? And then when you go into the course play, you have to rotate your phone. So not everybody has the best tripod, or it's just annoying. It is annoying. So if we could get only landscape mode all the time and not have to rotate the phone or iPad, That would be awesome. Another request for better graphics. Putting? No, they've already said this multiple times. They are not working on putting. Don't get the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro if you're looking to putt, unless you're willing to use a webcam or XPutt on GS Pro. And I've got videos on that. I can putt with my MLM2 Pro, and this solution was one of the reasons I actually pulled the trigger on this from the start. You can actually putt with the MLM2 Pro. Anyway, to add some AI analytics to the swing videos to help understand and trading. They already have some AI. They have insight reports, which are really, really cool. So if I go into a session, I can hit insight reports, and their AI will actually tell me a lot about my game. So not only am I seeing my dispersion, it's telling me versus pros, all right, versus my handicap as well, how accurate I am. It is going to give me some AI insights. So by increasing your launch angle 2 degrees, you can gain 0.0 yards. So that was already pretty optimal, I guess, for this session. If you improve your smash factor by creating better contact, you will increase carry by 4 yards. So this tells me that what I need to work on in this session was my smash factor, because my smash was down 1.45 average, whereas optimal would be 1.48 average like the pros. And I would have got a few more yards out of that. So something to work on after whatever session. But they already have some insights. There's even more in there, but they are saying they may add some more. They said, we love AI here at Rapsodo. Are there any plans to add more visual data on impact locations, such as heat maps for given clubs during a session? Great idea. We'll take a look into this. I would love to see some more on impact. Actually, if their AI could eventually tell me where I'm making contact on the club, I wouldn't even need the video. I would just trust what they tell me on the screen. Drop-down menu for course selection or a better search option, maybe even a published list of available courses. A lot of people don't know what courses are out there, and they want to see that before they buy this. But basically, there's 30,000 courses. In the USA, it covers essentially every single course. And it's all based on LiDAR data. If there's LiDAR data available, even if there's not, if they just have an aerial view, basically they're just streaming these on demand. They're just using the available data out there, the GPS data, LiDAR data for elevation, and they're just streaming this off a server so you can play on these courses. They're not individually created courses. So they're asking more questions to make even more improvements. Is there any way I can determine spin loft on my iron shots? No. Some of these ideas are a little bit out there. Some more improvements to the closest to the pin that hasn't been released yet. No on putting still. A budget RPT release. This is a concern to people. Currently, they only support the Chrome Soft Tour X, whatever, Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X. So they're expensive balls. They're $55 a dozen, but at least they're not RCT balls, which are $70 a dozen. So $55 is really not that bad. It's not like you're losing the ball. I mean, I've heard of people losing their balls in their sim, but you're not generally losing your ball. Okay, a lot of other good ideas in here, guys. I think I gave you the gist of pretty much everything. This is awesome, though. I love that Rapsodo does this. They listen to their community, and I've raved about that since day one. This is a unit where you're going to feel like you're actually part of the development. Not to say that it, needs any more developing. It is fully functional, a fantastic unit, but they are constantly striving to get better, and that's one of the things, just one of the many things I really enjoy about the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro. Like I said, I can answer any questions you have about this unit. I know a lot. I know a lot about budget, launch monitors, tech, things that it offers, things that it doesn't. I talk about all the quirks. I talk about all the pros. I want to make sure that you know everything up front. And so if you have other questions, let me know. Check out the links in the description if you want to shop this on Play Better and get the most out of what deals are going on right now. And remember, November 4th, the price for the lifetime membership goes up by $100. So if you've been considering it, if you're on the fence, I don't see a reason not to do it. If game improvement is your number one goal and you want to do some simulation, you want to be able to bring this to the course with you, to the driving range, you're not going to find a much better unit than this, to be honest, especially with the way it tracks all your data and organizes it for you to look at later on. There's so much to it, and I'm excited to see what's to come. Let me know what your favorite potential upcoming feature is. Rapsodo is always watching. Anyways, thanks so much for visiting, guys. I'm still injured, but hopefully I'll be back at it soon with some more playing videos. Thanks for visiting Unreal Golf.